Here we go.
And marker. And it's a Halloween episode! I'll edit that in post so it's scarier than what we just did. I feel real stupid. So anyway, so yeah, here we are. It's Halloween. Halloweener. Last year we talked about movies that like our favorite Halloween movies. Yes. We talked about that, or shorts or whatever. You talked about that Disney one.
Yeah.
What was it called again? The guy on the hill, big demon dude.
Oh,
that
yeah.
In Fantasia.
Yeah.
It was in Fantasia. What was it called again?
Oh, I can't remember. But it's like this Russian play, and it's
fucking scary, man.
Yeah, that's just terrifying. That fucking thing. Especially the little people, like when he's like picking up the demons, and they're like on his arm and like that. Yeah. It's like, this is a kid's
and the naked women and stuff. So on that note, this is what we're going to work off of. We're going to talk about things in movies scary things that are in movies that are not in actual scary movies.
Yes.
So I'll lead because holy fuck. Is that Sam?
Yes, he said he's grabbing food.
Okay, good.
He will join us.
Sam is going to join us eventually for a previously taped podcast, so don't worry about it. Anyway,
Time travel.
Anyway, I'll edit that out because I just want to double check that it's recording because I have this stupid feeling. Okay, we're good. Okay, resume. All right. So, my example that I have for you is a little movie that was made by Tim Burton.
Okay.
It's actually one of his first directorial roles. He is known for scary stuff.
Yes, he has some scary imagery in his films,
but this one in particular came out of fucking nowhere. And a movie I like to call Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. It's like, for starters, that's his first movie.
I think it's his first directorial debut, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have to look that up.
That's his first feature-length film.
It's messed up. Like, who's like, yeah, I want to make a break in Hollywood. Yeah, I'll give you Pee-wee Herman. It's like, what?
You look at all his other stuff has like this sort of gothic shit to it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And you look, everything, all of it, all has this gothic tone to everything he's made. Even fucking Willy Wonka.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And the best thing I ever heard about Tim Burton, he has two color palettes, either gray or bright as fuck.
Exactly. And you know what I find about, now that because I mean, when I was younger, I loved Pee-wee Herman, I loved the show, I loved the movies and whatever. But when I got older and I'm watching them now, you could totally tell this is a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
It's like if he made this, say 10, 15 years ago, I'd be like, oh, that's definitely a Tim Burton movie. But this would be what kind of started him. Like I say, if I'm not wrong about it, okay, he's got a bunch of short films that he started. Well, short is Frank and Winnie, but yeah, his first giant credited thing is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Holy shit! And then his next one after that, he went from Pee-wee's Big Adventure to big one with Beetlejuice to Batman to Edward Scissorhands.
Wow, he was batting pretty good average.
Yeah, then Batman Returns, then Ed Wood, which I still have yet to see, which I want to see. That's on my list. Mars Attacks. Yeah, I forgot he did Mars Attacks. It's a good show. Anyway, so we'll get back to Pee-wee. There's a scene in Pee-wee Herman where Pee-wee needs a ride.
Yeah.
I think most of you already know what I'm talking about. And he's like, I'll try to play the clip from the show, and hopefully it works out. If not, was that Sam?
Yeah, no, this one's the wife.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Anyway, I will try to play a clip from the show. But if I didn't play a clip, then it's obviously for copyright reasons. So if I was able to do it, here's the clip. Okay.
Oh!
Now, okay, coming back from...
Stop texting me. I love you, but stop.
Coming back from the clip. So, okay, holy shit. Okay, so obviously in the clip, Large Marge is a truck driver who apparently got killed, and it's the ghost, and he doesn't know this at the time. And all of a sudden, she goes like, and then when they pulled the body from the twisted wreck, it looked like this. It's like, when I was a kid, man, holy shit, that scared the hell out of me. And it's still actually, it's funny to this day. Like, I know that scene's coming up, and I know I'm about to, I'm like, this scene scares the shit out of me. But I'm going to show Chloe this movie anyway. I'm like, take this, Chloe, you're going to know exactly how I feel. It didn't bug her. She's like, yep. She goes like this, she went like this a little bit. That was about it. But,
fucking kid.
I know, really. It's like, you're supposed to be scared of this. Oh my god, it frightened me, man. Yeah, anyway.
Speaking of the scenes that are in non-horror movies that you just want to skip every time you watch in the movie, Independence Day.
Okay, go on.
The scene with the scientist where
Yeah, okay.
where all of a sudden the alien slams him up against the glass.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Okay, so Brent Spiner plays Data in The Next Generation.
Oh, yeah! I don't know why I never made that connection until just now.
Yeah,
anyway,
he's a long-haired scientist guy.
That's why. He has hair.
Yeah. He's doing some sort of dissection on one of the aliens.
Big mistake.
Big mistake. The thing is still alive. He thinks it's dead.
Is he in the second one?
Yes, for some strange reason.
I haven't seen the second one yet, so anyway.
Because he dies in this scene.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Or does he?
Who knows?
Anyway, okay.
I always, when I was a kid and this scene came on, I always would like change the channel if it was on TBS or whatever, or I would just do this until I heard the scene, and then I'd be like, okay, it's done, I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's
slams it. Okay, the alien attacks him. There's like this fog. They're behind glass. They're doing this autopsy, and they're behind glass.
Yeah. And
it's fog. That's all the people on the other side see. And all of a sudden, you just see the scientist get slammed up against the glass. It's like, bang!
Yeah.
And then he's like, the thing is like, drilled a hole in the back of his brain and then talking through him.
Release me.
And scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah, I know. It's weird how, just they just put that in there. They're like, look, especially like for Pee-wee's, this is a kid's movie. Fuck it, let's put a ghost story in here and let's have it show like, and it's weird too. It takes such a weird turn in Pee-wee. It's like, and then this is a kid show, remember? And then they pulled the body from the twisted wreck. It's like, Tim Burton, what are you doing, man? No, seriously.
It's like, if I'm going to do this shit, I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to fuck with people.
Well, exactly. Like, holy shit, man. Oh, I don't know. Once in a while, Disney just throws those in there, too. I'm just trying to think of one that...
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Yes, Beauty and the Beast, thank you. The scene where fucking... what was it? It was the scene where Belle goes in, right? That was the scene you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So Belle goes in there and into the West Wing, which, what did the Beast say? I'll cut that clip. Don't go to the West Wing! He basically goes.
Yeah.
And then it's like, he gets in there and it's like, and she sees him, she gets in there and then he sees her, it's like, get out! And he's just like this freaking demonic thing. And then actually a scene that follows right after that's really scary is the wolves in the woods, man.
Yeah.
Like, they're scary, dude.
They are.
Like, they're not fucking around in Disney, man. It's funny how they just throw you for the loop. Even in the very first Disney movie ever, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that witch was scary.
She was.
She's a creepy little
Like,
thing.
when she first transforms into the hag, it's like she does the cauldronese freaking spell thing, and then it's like, no, like that.
Exactly. It's like
what the fuck?
And mind you, was that movie technically geared towards kids?
I don't know. I don't know, because you watch, like, when it came out, it was the very first animated feature-length film.
Right. So maybe it wasn't geared necessarily towards kids. It was geared towards just PG. So
it's PG. Maybe that stigma of animation being a children's only medium sort of followed as Disney went on, I think.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here's another one, because I think it's the second movie they ever made.
Yeah.
Was Pinocchio.
Oh, that's a fuck.
Okay,
do
yourself a favor.
The donkey scene?
Yes. Do yourself a favor, and if you haven't seen Pinocchio in many years, fucking put it in. Like, you can watch this as a Halloween show. Yes, it's strange, but it's like, Okay, here's the premise of this show. So the little boy, he's made of wood. He's a marionette. He's like, oh, I want to be a real boy and shit. So anyway, he runs away. We should just do like a whole thing about synopsis, like just an explanation of movies. Like get Sam just to explain movies. Like, hey, he sees this shit and this shit happens and shit. Anyway, but no. So they eventually go to a place where this old man, who's kind of Harvey Weinstein-esque, speaking of our last episode, lures them into a place called Pleasure Island.
Ooh.
Okay. And mind you, I should say that most nursery rhymes and stuff were kind of morbid back in the day, too.
All of the source material that Disney uses, they tone down a lot.
Which is still scary. But like Cinderella, one of the sisters like cut off one of their toes so they would fit in the slipper. That wasn't in the Disney version.
Isn't that also that one where she has the birds peck her sister's eyes out, or is that a different?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's Cinderella.
Yeah.
That's fucking frightening.
The birds come out and peck her sister's eyes out. It's like, Jesus.
Not to mention the story, the true story of the myth of Hercules, which we won't get into, but
yeah, that's a lot darker.
That's really fucking dark. So Disney did very well at keeping that very low key. But anyway, going back to what are we talking about again? Pinocchio. So anyway, they get to Pleasure Island. And they're allowed to smoke and drink, and apparently pool is evil too, because they play pool. And it's like, then all of a sudden, they're drinking beer and stuff too, and beer too. Like, just think about this. This is a Disney movie, right? And then which I shouldn't say, because it was made back in the day. But just think of this like, this is geared towards an all ages kind of audience, right? I mean, different times, man.
Yeah.
Like, they used to have guns and Looney Tunes and shit. But anyway, so...
Which bugs me, that they took it out.
They cut them out. Come on, guys. Seriously? I know you're probably all dead. But seriously? But anyway, so yeah. Then after they drink this beer or whatever, they all turn into donkeys, and then they're used as like
slave labor.
For slave labor. Like, how messed up is that?
The the boy who sort of befriends Pinocchio when he transforms into a donkey. The transformation scene where he's screaming "Mama!"
Yeah, holy fuck! Wow,
that is like, oh my god, what the hell?
Exactly. So, but yeah. Anyway, let's get away from Disney because there's a lot we could cover just on Disney, how fucked up that company is. But you were mentioning to me about, because we got on the topic of Star Trek. Can't remember why, but yeah, you were telling me about a movie that you thought was not intentionally scary.
Star Trek: First Contact, which is one of the first two The Next Generation films, is okay. I know it's not supposed to be a horror movie, but when I basically say this synopsis, it's basically a zombie movie.
Fair enough.
It's basically a sci-fi zombie movie where these robo-zombies called the Borg try to invade Earth and turn everybody into robo-zombies. And
that sounds awesome.
Yeah. And like, a little bit of backstory. In the episodes that were in TNG,
right.
It's one of the best. It's considered the best episode of Star Trek ever. It's a two-parter.
Right.
Captain Picard is kidnapped by these things and forced into being one.
Yeah.
And he robs you of your individuality. You're all linked to one mind. You think it's one mind, like a beehive.
Yeah, which is scary.
And they took all of his knowledge, all of the things he knows about people and cares about, and used them against these people, and he couldn't stop them. Yeah, so it's something that haunts him, and he's obsessed with killing these things, and they're invading Earth, they're taking over the Enterprise, and it's a horror movie. And the scene that scared the shit out of me the most is the opening scene of the movie.
Right.
Captain Picard is sleeping in his bed in his quarters.
Right.
And he's having a flashback to when he was a Borg.
Okay.
And he's like, they do these weird zoom cuts and this weird sort of whispery, gushy noises in his ears.
So who's the director on this film?
Jonathan Frakes. He plays Commander Riker.
Oh, so he directed the film?
He directed the film. And he's actually an amazing director. He's a very good director.
Okay.
He suddenly he hears the voices of the Borg collective consciousness, and it startles him awake. So he gets up, he walks over to the sink, washes his face, and all of a sudden something starts going like this under the skin of his face. And he's like, sort of starts touching that. All of a sudden this robotic star bursts out of his face and latches onto his face.
Oh shit, yeah, that's scary.
And it's like so sudden, it's like, and then he actually wakes up from the dream.
Yeah, that's scary, man. I wouldn't want that shit to happen to me. Yeah, it's...
And it scared the crap out of me. And then there's even a funnier scene later on. They go down, like the Borg start taking over the Enterprise and turning it into a Borg ship.
Right.
They're like assimilating the ship too.
Assimilate.
That's their word, assimilate.
Assimilate.
And they go down, they've got their guns and everything, and they're going to start taking the Borg out. And you see their hoses and everything sticking out of the wall, and it's like foggy and creepy looking.
Nice.
And Data, the robot on the show, has in the last movie, he got a chip that gave him emotions. So he has emotions now, but he doesn't know how to deal with them. And he's like,
I can only imagine.
He's freaking out. He's like, sir, I think I'm feeling something here. I think it's anxiety. It's a very interesting sensation. And Picard's like, I'm sure it's a very fascinating sensation right now, but I think you should turn your emotion off. He's like, your emotion chip off. And he's like, okay, done. I envy you. And then
very nice. Very nice. Very funny. Yeah, you know, those... there's lots of movies like that. Just go hunting, you know, there's just some stuff, like, give us some explanations you guys have in the comments. Send us links to YouTube videos just to show us what you think was scary, which was in a movie that shouldn't have been scary, stuff like that. Yeah, we'd love to hear about it. So, quick, give 2 Halloween movie recommendations. Go.
Lamb Chop's Halloween.
Good. Good choice. Good pull. I thought you were going to say something scary. But Lamb Chop, yeah, this is cool. Anyway.
Lamb Chop's Halloween.
Okay.
And a movie I watched a little while ago on my own on the weekend, American Psycho with Christian Bale.
Oh, fuck, I've been wanting to watch that again recently. I like that show. Very cool, very cool. I like those. Always on my list is Monster Squad. Mm-hmm. Take a chance, watch Monster Squad. Seriously. It is so underrated. It hurts, actually. It physically hurts me that this movie's not more famous. If this ever comes to, like, a theater in our place, I will fucking go see that right away.
All right.
And you know what? I'm going to do a weird kind of pull, too. I'm going to do Garfield's Halloween.
That one's actually not bad.
And actually, Garfield's Halloween is actually one of those ones, too, that you don't expect to be scary, like the skeletons rising up from the water. The fucking old man in the chair. He's like, trick-or-treating in the house. Like, oh, there's nobody here. Turn around. The fucking old man sitting in the chair. It's like, holy shit. Yeah, that's another pull. But anyway, yeah, those 4. Also, give us your recommendations. Love to hear them. So, all right, until next time, I'm Big Mike.
I'm Justin Fergy Person.
And happy Halloween. Look under your beds for trolls, kids.
Oh, fuck. That's another fucking scene.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
That movie scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's another one. That's a recommendation from both of us.
Yes.
Ernest Scared
Number
Stupid.
5.
I'm going to watch it with Chloe here soon. Freak her out.
Hopefully.
That's all you do as fathers. You just try to scar your kids.
Yes. That's the point of being a dad.
Exactly.